It should be a routine thing. Guys, can I tell you that for over a year, I was reaching out to a certain number of people every single day on social media, trying to create new connections, trying to go out there and meet new people, trying to attract new individuals into my circle. I did that on routine, ladies and gentlemen, built up my network. That is ambassadors of the kingdom. And I tell you guys what, the main goal above all else, the main message above all else is to show people that if you practice God's principles, you can participate in his promises. And so I'm excited because that includes so many different things. We talk about success principles. We talk about God principles. We believe they're truly one and the same. I know there's people watching from so many different parts of the world. I know there's people watching from different businesses that promote different products, different services. This call is not company specific or product specific. This is for anyone who wants to grow in life, anyone who wants to grow in business, anyone who wants to achieve their goals, anyone who sees that they have a purpose in this life and they want to be equipped with the tools and the skills necessary to go out there and get some things done. So if that fires you up, if that's you, if you're in the right place today, type of AOTK in the chat. I see Sky is with us, Bobby's with us. What's up? Calvin's with us. Blessings, blessings, blessings. So again, if you guys are on Facebook, Instagram, you may not be able to see the slides. No problem. Just follow along with me. If you're on Zoom, when I bring the slide up, if you want it, you can screenshot it. They always go up on YouTube after, but I'll switch back and forth between slides and just talking to you. And the first thing I'll say, guys, is this: note takers are money makers, right? Note takers are money makers. So write this down. I would highly recommend, if you can, if you're not driving, if you're in a place that you're able, I would take these things down and I would remember them as you go out there and you accomplish your goal, your mission, whatever that looks like to you. And so again, last time I would share this out, send it to somebody else. We're not going to be too long this morning, but obviously the topic today is attracting new talent, right? Any builders on the call? Anybody building anything? Type of 777. Do I have some builders? Have you ever had to assemble a team, build a team? I look at Jesus as the ultimate example, coming to this earth. And he didn't do what he did by himself. He went and assembled a team. He went and assembled the disciples. So what I'm saying is, no matter what your vision is, no matter what you want to accomplish, what you want to achieve, you're going to need a team. You're going to need people to stand in agreement with you, to, serve alongside. And in order to do that, you have to know how to attract new talent in your business. Have you ever, it doesn't have to be business. It could be life. It could be an organization. It doesn't matter, but you want to build a team and you want to have a strong group of people around you. And there's a way to do it. Okay. So as I get into that, some of you guys are watching a replay. Maybe you see this on YouTube, like the channel, or like the video, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Let somebody else know about us. This is completely free. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing, guys, we got to start with some word. I like Proverbs 10:4. It says, he who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. So let me talk about that and why that's important. Has anybody ever seen that person? And we sort of talk about this a lot, but you've seen that person. They say, man, when God says it's my time, it'll be my time. Right? And they don't put in the work. They're waiting on God to do all of it. They sitting back, they saying, well, if God wanted me to be successful, then I would be successful. Does anyone know somebody like that? They're like, well, yeah, it's just God's timing. Right? You've met someone and they're unwilling to do their part. And what I like to say is that without God, man cannot, but without man, God will not. So this platform is all about the principles and the skills necessary to do our parts, to do what we're supposed to do, right? To actually put the work in, and more importantly, work effectively. Does this make sense? Type of AOTK. Okay, so again, I'm going to repeat that one more time for those of you guys that missed it. Proverbs 10:4, he who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. Who's willing to put the work in? Right? Who's willing to put the work in? So first and foremost, guys, I want to talk about an acronym that I like to say is RETA. And you guys can see it on the screen, some of you that are on Zoom, but RETA. You know, a lot of people, guys, they think recruiting is a bad word. It's like a dirty word, like recruiting. Can I tell you something? Everything in life, a lot of things come back down to recruiting. Can I tell you that the life that you have today, the life that you're living, you've recruited that life. Let me break this down to you. Some of the biggest organizations in the world, from the NBA to the NFL, right? Multi-billion-dollar companies recruit. The military recruits, right? If you're a parent on the call, you have to recruit your kids to doing their homework. You got to recruit them, right, to doing their chores, right? If you're looking to be in a relationship, you got to recruit your husband. You got to recruit your wife. Okay? If you're building an organization, you got to recruit executives. You got to recruit a board. You have to recruit sales professionals. Does this make sense? Would anybody agree with that? Type with 777. Okay? You've got to recruit. And so you got to think of a deck of cards. In the deck of cards, you have an ace, you have a king, you have a queen, you have a joker, you have all these different types of cards, and you're going through the deck, going through the deck, going through the deck. And although some of them may not be an ace, you just keep on going through the deck of cards, keep on going through the deck of cards. And eventually, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to attract some talent. You're going to begin to assemble a team. Does this make sense? Okay, so I want to encourage you, no matter what you're building, and I will say this, I do hope you're building something. I do believe that if you have a purpose, that purpose cannot simply involve you. I believe it does have to involve other people. You should be trying to impact other people. Okay, so if you think of a deck of cards, you're going through the deck of cards and you're looking for that ace. Now, somebody says, well, Malachi, I don't know who to share my vision with. I don't know who to go out there and actually share this message with. Think of anywhere where there's people. Anywhere where there's people, high traffic. Social media is probably my favorite. But you have malls, you have gyms, right? You have grocery stores where you're coming into contact with people. And then in addition to that, it should be a routine thing. Guys, can I tell you that for over a year, I was reaching out to a certain number of people every single day on social media, trying to create new connections, trying to go out there and meet new people, trying to attract new individuals into my circle, right? I did that on routine, ladies and gentlemen, built up my network. Okay, I would encourage you to do the same thing. Next, after RETA, I want to tell you that there's 3 different markets that you can meet people through. And you guys can see it here. Pull it up for a second before I take it down. Okay. There's 3 different markets in which you can meet people, right? So let me give you an example. Number 1, think of it this way. If your purpose is attached to people, if the impact that you're going to have is going to be on the lives of other people, can I tell you that finding individuals who are influential, finding other people, I believe that's the gateway. I believe people are the gateway to the impact that you're supposed to make. So if you know 100 people, let me tell you something. If you're thinking big like a visionary, each one of those 100 people also knows 100 people. So 100 times 100 is 1,000 people. Okay. Does anyone have an intention on impacting thousands of people? Does anyone have an intention on impacting millions of people? If you're thinking big, you understand that meeting another influential person means that, guess what? Your impact is going to go that much further. Your warm market is people that you know, family, friends. Always great to start on your warm market, whatever you're promoting, whatever you're building. Cold market, ladies and gentlemen, is people that you don't know. And can I be real with you? A lot of the time, your warm market is for practice. Your friends and family won't start supporting you until they see strangers clapping for you. Right? Your friends and family, a lot of the time, they won't actually support you until they see strangers celebrating you. And to be real, I'm going to get into the cold market and what you can do, how you can network with people that you don't know, how you can begin to start working with them, how you can build with these people, how you can establish a rapport with these people. Last is the hot market. The hot market, again, is the hot market is essentially the warm market of your warm market, which I will get more into. Okay, the next thing is going to be the hot and the warm. If you're taking notes, I'm going to teach you a little bit about what you can do in the warm market. So whatever you're promoting, whatever your vision is that you're sharing, you always start with your family and friends. Somebody says, Malachi, I don't know a bunch of business executives. I don't know a bunch of influential people. I don't know what. You can start with your family and friends. You can get the support from them first. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is create a list, whatever you're promoting, whatever business that you're sharing, whatever idea that you want to promote and push, start with a list. People think the list is overrated, that it's not necessary. Let me tell you something. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. Okay, and if you're too big for the little things, then you're too little for the big things. Make a list. And on that list, put down all of your contacts. That's what I recommend. You can start with the top 100, but really make a list so that anytime you have something to promote, anytime that you have something to share, that you already have all of your contacts on that list. And who are you looking for? Ladies and gentlemen, me, when I'm thinking something, I'm thinking massive. I'm thinking big. I'm thinking huge. And if I'm going to do something huge, I've got to have people. People are the resource. I've got to have connections. I've got to have a network. Write this down. Your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. Who am I looking for in my network? I'm looking for people with the 3 C's. Number 1, contacts. I'm looking for people with a lot of contacts. In addition to contacts, I want people with credibility, that if they said, hey, look, this is what we're doing, this is the move, this is the play, that people will actually follow them. Okay. And last but not least, coachability. I'm looking for people who are coachable, because you can have credibility, you can have contacts, but if you're not coachable and you can't you can't run the play, well, guess what? Now we're risking losing a championship. Now we're risking losing a game. So coachability, credibility, and contacts is who I'm looking for first on the list. Again, everybody goes on a list, but those are the first people that I'm looking for. The next thing that you must understand is the law of averages. Have you ever shared an idea with someone and they rejected you? Yes or no? Type the answer in the chat. I would hope everybody has experienced this. You ever experienced that? You share somebody what you thought was a great idea and they said, oh, no, that sounds like a stupid idea. No, you know what? I'm not interested. No, I don't think I want to do that thing. Has anybody ever experienced that? Yes or no? I see Tierra. She says yes. I can tell you guys the answer for me is yes. But can I tell you something? It's the law of averages. Follow me. Don't miss what I'm about to tell you. Let's see. Let me give you an example, man. Let me give you an example, man. Let's say me and Nick are selling basketballs, and Nick is an expert when it comes to basketball. Nick knows every single thing about basketball. He knows about how they're manufactured, the basketballs. He knows about the grip. He knows, the best types, the best brands, and he's selling the basketballs. And me, I know nothing about basketball. I know nothing about how this ball was manufactured. I don't know the features, the benefits. I don't know why you should even buy the basketball. Let me give you an example. If we both go out on this Saturday, okay, and we begin selling the basketballs, right? In the goal is to get the most amount of basketballs sold by the end of the day. Follow me, don't lose me. Okay. And Nick, he gets 9 out of 10 people that he talks to buy the basketball. Nick is on fire. Nick is killing it. How many guys know somebody like a Nick? They just, everything they touch turns to gold, right? They just have the gift of gab. They just, everything seems to go their way, right? That's Nick. 9 out of 10 basketballs, follow me. Me, I don't have as much skill as Nick. I don't have as much charisma. I don't have the gift of gab. I don't know how to speak as well as Nick, but guess what? Nick gets 9 out of 10. I only get 1 out of 10. I'm not the best, but follow me here. Nick talks to 10 people this Saturday. You know what I'm doing? I'm talking to 100. So watch this. If I get 1 out of 10, this is bringing you back to math class. I get 1 out of 10, and I talk to 100 people, and Nick gets 9 out of 10, but he only talks to 10 people. Who won? Type the answer in the chat. Who won? Who sold more basketballs, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, if you follow me, I did. Why? The law of averages. And I hope you never forget what I just told you. I hope you never forget what I just told you. I have literally, once I understood that, I knew that I could win. I knew that my success was guaranteed. I knew it was not magic. It was mathematics. I knew that it wasn't something I couldn't control. It was something that I could simply decide, this is what I'm going to do. Here's the math equation. Let's get it done. I just gave you the key to promoting and winning at whatever it is that you want to do. And again, don't forget the call's about attracting new talent. So somebody's going to remember what I just said, and they're going to take that, right, and begin attracting new talent. Now, the next thing, prospecting, guys. Again, we're talking attracting new talent. In order to do that, you do need to prospect. And again, these are principles that are, transferable for whatever it is that you're building, whatever you're doing. 3 tips when it comes to prospecting. Number 1, enthusiasm. Can someone tell me what the last 4 letters of enthusiasm are? Type it in the chat. On Instagram, Facebook, and Zoom, type it in the chat. What are the last 4 letters of enthusiasm? Okay. IASM. Can I tell you what it stands for? I am sold myself. If you're going to win big at anything, attract new talent into anything, you got to be enthusiastic. You can't be out here still trying to get your belief together and still trying to see if you think it's a good idea. Enthusiasm, ladies and gentlemen. IASM. I am sold myself. And guess what? When you're fired up, that energy is contagious. Now they're fired up. You got to be sharp as a tack. Is anybody interested in being an expert? Somebody type me in the chat. Is anybody interested in becoming an expert? You want to be sharp as a tack. You cannot be less than knowledgeable. You cannot be less than informed when it comes to whatever it is that you're promoting. You need to be enthusiastic. And ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. But why not have knowledge on fire? Sharp as a tack, put together, a figure of authority. You should be teaching people, coaching people. Now, I'm not an advocate for perpetrating and acting like you know what you don't, but you do know something. And if you do become sharp as a tack, you're going to know a lot of something. Then you position yourself as an authority figure. You begin giving that value to whoever you're prospecting, to whoever you're in front of. And you must be able to show them very quickly that you can take them where they want to go. They will only follow you if you can show them very quickly that you can actually help them achieve their goal and solve a problem for them. The next thing, I like to say peak and pass. Never forget this formula. Okay, never forget this formula. Peak and pass, what does that mean? It means peak interest. Okay? It means peak interest, ladies and gentlemen. But after you peak interest, go ahead and pass over to a success coach. This formula, quite frankly, can help you impact a lot of people. This can help you impact a lot of people. Pique the interest of whoever you're talking to. There's many ways to do that. Build the value in it. Show them why it's important. I mean, this is a $1 million formula. All you got to do, provide that value, and then pass it over to a success coach. Hey, man, I'm connected with, one of the movers and shakers the biggest movers and shakers that I know in this region, in this area, right? In this company, whatever. Okay. They know a lot better than I do how all of this has been able to happen, right? They know a lot better than I do. And you begin to build that person up. You begin to edify that person and you pass it over to a success coach. That is another tip. Write that down. Peak and pass, peak and pass, peak interest, pass over to a success coach. And this is if you're building an organization. Remember, the NBA is building an organization. The NFL is building an organization. The church is building an organization. If you want to have an impact on this world, you're building some level of an organization. Next, 3 ways to pique interest. You have I'll show you, you guys can see it here. You got the direct approach, the indirect approach, and the super indirect approach, okay? And I'm going to show you what I mean. The first thing is the direct approach. So this is when you're speaking very obviously directly about whatever it is that you're promoting. So maybe you say, have you ever heard about XYZ, right? Have you ever heard about, let's just say, I don't know, man, it could be, have you ever heard about e-commerce? That's a direct approach. And you can take that approach and it works, okay? But you have to have belief in what you're talking about, because if you approach it that directly, you better be ready for some questions, right? Build relationships with this approach. You've got to be able to connect with this person, build rapport, and master the invitation, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to be able to put people in front of information. Write that down. I've got to be able to put people in front of information. If you cannot do that, see, I like to say the invite is the gateway skill. Because if you're promoting something and you're building something, but you can't get people in front of information, you can sound good, you can look great, you can have the best reels. I see a lot of people with a lot of good reels. But if you can't get nobody to see the information, you're not going to build anything. High belief, build relationships, right? You must have the skill of being able to build rapport, and I will break that down, okay? And that's very direct. Have you heard of e-commerce before? It's just an example, okay? The next thing, ladies and gentlemen, is the indirect approach. Very nonchalant, very nonchalant, right? So you guys can see it here. Okay, very nonchalant. So what does an indirect approach sound like? Maybe, or look like, maybe you are at a Starbucks. You meet a lot of powerful people at a Starbucks, I'll tell you. Okay, maybe you're at I don't know, man. You're out and about. You're at a coffee shop. You're at a Starbucks. You're at the mall. Maybe you're I've been in the airport several times, working, on a call, whatever. Somebody asked the question, hey, what do you do? Okay, and it's a good conversation starter, right? You're already in front of people. Maybe you're working in some way, shape, or form. This person sees you working. This person sees you in your element. Guess what? They want to know what you do. Cool. You grab the social media and you connect. Can I tell you something? If your network is your net worth, and we have all these social media platforms for free, shouldn't you be connecting with people everywhere you go? In the airport, at a Starbucks, okay? When you're out and about, when you're meeting people, start networking, grabbing Instagrams. It should be habit. It should be routine. Connect. If you want to have a major impact on people, connect, okay? Now, next, the super indirect approach. So what does that sound like? Well, some of you guys will use this to be able to attract people to whatever it is that you're doing. What does it sound like? It says, do you know anybody who might be interested in ... e-commerce, just as an example? And when you ask that question, right, you're automatically disqualifying that person, because you didn't say, are you interested in e-commerce? You said, do you know anybody that might be interested in e-commerce? And what are they thinking? Hey, I'm interested in e-commerce. Hey, man, listen, do you know anybody who might be interested in more time freedom? Hey, sis, do you know anybody that might be interested in more money freedom? Do you know anybody that maybe wants to build wealth? You ask that question to somebody, if they're not interested, they're going to say, oh, yeah, I know this person, or no, I don't know anyone. But if they are interested, they're going to say, yeah, that's me. What's up? Give me the details. What are you talking about? And you share the vision. Okay, so that's three different types of approaches that you guys can begin to use. Now, as we move forward, there's a few more things I want to share with you guys before we wrap up. So exposure types, and you guys can see this. Whatever vision that you're sharing, I hope that you have it packaged in some way that you can share it with people. I hope you have it put together in a way that, you know, people can take in the information. What are the different ways that you can expose people to what you're doing, whether it's a business, an idea? What, guys, I'm telling you, I've done this for so long now. I could take any product, service, vision, idea, for-profit, nonprofit, and I could build that thing because I learned this stuff. In-home meetings, bring people to your home, put it on a TV, put it on a projector, show the vision. A webinar, a video, okay? Have them hop on Zoom, that's one way. Send them a recorded video, that's one way. A website, social media. If you're not utilizing social media to build whatever you're building or have that kind of impact that you want to have, guys, I stopped using, I mean, social media is a tool. It is a tool, right? It's all about exposure. Whoever's in front of people the most, they end up winning. That's why influencers, they end up making a lot of money. Why? Because a lot of eyes are on them. They take these, that's why people will pay top dollar for an influencer to post their business, to post their ad. Why? Because it's all about attention. It's all about having eyes on what you're doing. A three-way call, very powerful and effective method of exposure. Get somebody connected with somebody who knows more than you. Get them connected with an expert. Okay? A three-way call. So what should that even sound like, by the way? All you're doing, maybe before or after your prospect or whoever you're putting this information in front of, maybe they've seen the information, maybe they have not, depends on who you're working with and what they require. But when you get them on the phone, you're edifying your success coach. You're expressing that honor. You're uplifting that person as the expert and the authority figure that they are. You're communicating that properly. You introduce your success coach back to the person that you're putting in front of the information. Now that they're acquainted, you step out of the way, you mute, let those two connect. And guess what? Maybe at that point, you have a new partner in business. Maybe at that point, you have somebody that's standing in agreement with you on whatever vision that you guys are promoting together. If not, boom, follow up. Next, cold market. So I know many of you, you're looking at me and you think about building a large organization. And the idea of that is very intimidating because you are saying to yourself, man, I just don't know any people. I know that there's somebody watching me right now, and they are saying to themselves, man, that's easy for you to say. Listen, let me tell you something. There's more people that you don't know than people that you do know. Okay, so most of the impact that you're going to make, can I be frank, probably going to come from the people that you don't know. So watch this. If you understand that, you understand, okay, well, there's people I don't know, and those people are going to take me where I need to go, and we're going to go where we need to go together. Can I tell you guys that I've met and networked with people now in places and countries I've never even been to, but I understand this concept. What if I would have been so trapped in my mind that the only people I could talk to and connect with and make an impact with are in Sacramento, California? What if that was my limited thinking? What if that was my thought process? But through networking, ladies and gentlemen, it has brought me to different countries. It has brought me to different states. It has brought me to different cities across the world. And let me tell you something further. When it comes to the cold market, again, people that say, oh, I don't have anybody to talk to. Well, guess what? You're strangers. In addition to that, they don't know who you used to be. How many of you guys, you try to share something with your family, family member, friends, and they keep constantly reminding you of who you were a year ago, of who you were a month ago. They keep reminding you of who you were 5 years ago. Oh, you know you're not a sales professional. Oh, you know, oh, there he goes. There goes the CEO, right? Oh, she's doing that little business. How many guys have family and friends that are like this? And you can't seem to escape the image in the frame, in the box that they put you in. Yes or yes? This is how family is a lot of the time in the beginning. The strangers, ladies and gentlemen, they don't know who you were. You get to reinvent yourself. You get to show up as whoever you want to be. You get to start fresh. And let me say it again, your friends and family won't support you until they see strangers start to celebrate you. Until they see strangers, like they won't support you, okay, until they see other people reposting you, edifying you, celebrating you. That's just how it works. So don't get mad at your friends and family. You got to understand it comes with the territory, and it's up to you to show them why you are different, that you have grown, that you have matured. So listen, when it comes to cold market, be genuine. One of the worst things that you can do in the cold market is be very cookie cutter. No one likes somebody that's just pitching and, they got commission breath. They don't really care about people. You can just tell that they're out there trying to, spam, copying and pasting a message to 100 people. Don't do that, right? I see Lisa's on the call. What's up, Lisa? I see Blaze here with us. What's up? Be genuine, speak with passion. People will buy from you if they feel that you can help them. Now, cold market. Let's talk about it. Because again, I'm solving your problem. You who's saying, Malachi, I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't know how I could ever build anything. Listen, tips for you. Number one, compliment. Give a compliment. Give you an acronym: form, family, occupation, recreation, money/motivation /message. Ask them where they're from. Ask them what they do for work. Ask them what they might do for fun. Ask them what their motivations are. Lord is another one. LORD, location, occupation, recreation, and dream/destination. You pick one, but connect with people. That should be a habit. Connect with people, connect with people, connect with people. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So if you're out here and you just trying to tell somebody about the features and benefits of what you're promoting, and you're trying to get them into something, guess what? They got to know that you care about them first. Otherwise, they're not going to want to do anything with you. Okay? Give them a compliment. Connect with them. Pique their interest. Build a value in whatever it is that you're promoting and pass it over to a success coach. Okay? Online. Somebody says, Malachi, how do I find the people? Where are the people? Because I know somebody's asking that question. Where do I find the people? Well, can I tell you guys, I had a mentor say, Malachi, people are like dust. They're everywhere. So there's people everywhere. There's people all across the world. There's people, there's too many people to talk to. Go on Instagram. Go to the search bar. Hit locations. And start searching for a city that you want to have an impact in. Start searching for a location in the cities that you want to have an impact in. High traffic areas. Where do all of the people go? Where does everybody be at? Go search that location. Okay? Influencers, ladies and gentlemen, is another way that you can find more people. And they're great, and you can find like-minded people. You have a influencer that you know of that talks about personal development, talks about sales, talks about business marketing, talks about God as much as you love God. Guess what? You're going to find like-minded people. Okay? You're going to find like-minded people that are also connected in following that coach, that mentor, that influencer. Paid ads is another way that you can actually find new people online. Okay, so again, when you're talking about locations and hashtags, and again, please don't think I told you that you're going to solve your entire problem by doing this for one day. You will not do it. This must become a routine. Again, I did this for years, and I'm still connecting with new people, still. Okay. Locations and hashtags. You go to that hashtag, you go to that location, okay, like some pictures, drop a comment, show them that you actually looked at their page instead of just hopping straight in their DM. And of course, send them a DM. Me, you want to know how I like to connect? There's people watching me right now. First way we probably connected, I'll probably send them a video message. Why? Because you can feel the energy. It's real, it's raw, it's authentic. It distinguishes you from everybody else who's copying and pasting. Hey, would you join my such and such? Or hey, would you look at my da-da-da? You know how many DMs I get from people that I just delete? I don't even just delete because they did it the wrong way. Okay. And how do you feel when somebody like you probably feel good? You feeling like, oh man, I'm the man, right? Or, I'm her. Because somebody's just, they showing a little love on your page. That's the same thing you want to do when you're connecting with new people in an authentic, genuine way. Influencers, ladies and gentlemen, when you talk about influencers, you can search for these people yet again. And when you find these people, okay, guys, you can find people there in the comment section. Okay, they're liking the person's photos. You can go and reach out to those people, and if they're connected with these high, these high quality individuals and they're following them just like you are, don't you think you probably have some things in common? Great place to start. Again, likes, comment, DM, story replies, engage with them, like their stories, whatever. Okay, paid ads are another good way to get your product, your service, your vision, whatever you're promoting, doesn't matter what it is, in front of people. What do I mean by paid ads? Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Paid ads. Okay. Create a video, create a reel, right? Make sure it's edited nicely. Look at what the trends are, add some captions, maybe put, some good music in the background, consult with somebody who does this, ask somebody if you need some help. Okay. And guess what? Run a paid ad. Add some value in the video. In addition to adding some value, pique interest. What do I pique interest on? I don't know what you're promoting. Maybe it's more money, freedom, time, freedom, being healthier, wealthier. Maybe it's helping more people, living a more impactful life. Maybe it's showing up to a seminar, an event that you're promoting. I don't know what it is, but build value around it, pique their interest, ask a question, and then have a call to action. Send me a DM. DM info, reply info. Okay. Pick a good target audience with that ad. Is it people in your city that you're trying to appeal to? Is it other entrepreneurs? Is it people that are into personal development? Whatever that looks like for you, you run that ad. Okay. You'll meet people just like that. DMs, organize your DMs. This is one thing I do. Okay. You have primary versus general. So when you have primary versus general, all my primary DMs, typically those are friends, family, people I'm already working with, miscellaneous DMs. But when it comes to somebody I'm actually actively attracting into my network, or there's purpose behind it, and it's not just miscellaneous, I'll move them over to general. And you can follow up with those people. You can be intentional about those people. And I can't tell you how many times that they were in general, boom, we partnered together. Go ahead and move them over to primary. Okay. So be intentional, guys. Hopefully this did give you some value today. Type in AOTK in the chat if it did. Everybody wants a table from God. Everybody wants a table, man. They're like, God, man, bless me with this table. Give me this table. I need this, I need this. God doesn't give us tables, he gives us trees. We take our axe, chop the tree down, and build a table. Hopefully that made some sense. Again, type of AOTK in the chat if you got some value. Go subscribe to the YouTube page. We do have a Discord server that's free. If those of you guys who are on Facebook and Instagram, you want to be able to hop on the Zoom with us and see this and see the slides, you can do that. Of course, we're here every single Saturday. The topic is always success principles, God principles. And with that being said, man, y'all know I love each and every single one of you. There's nothing you can do about it. See you on the next one.